Hello and welcome to the ID Talk podcast. My name is Peter Counter and I am the editor-in-chief of FindBiometrics, which is back from Las Vegas, where we reported live on ISC West, the world's premier security conference. FindBiometrics Director of Digital Media and Events Doug OGorden was roaming the show floor last week, navigating the massive crowds and interviewing the leaders in biometrics and identity. And on this special episode of ID Talk, we feature his conversation with Bobby Varma, CEO of Princeton Identity. Varma begins with talk on how the pandemic has affected the access control space before showcasing Princeton's flagship solutions, Embrace ID and Create ID. She goes on to discuss the importance of remote security and how Princeton has managed to converge the physical and digital security paradigms with its face and iris biometrics technology. The conversation concludes with Varma speculating on how biometrics will evolve toward personalization applications. This interview packs in a lot of big ideas about identity and security, so let's get straight to it. Here is FindBiometrics' Doug OGorden in conversation with Princeton Identity CEO Bobby Varma, recorded live at ISC West 2022.
Hi FindBiometrics listeners, Doug OGorden here with Bobby Varma, CEO of Princeton Identity. Hi Bobby.
Hi Doug, how are you?
I'm good.
Great to see you again.
Yes, it was really fun, the last interview we did at ISC East.
Absolutely.
There were less people there. We're at West today. It's ISC West 2020. We're in Las Vegas, and I think there's 25,000 people at this show.
Oh my God. Yeah, 2022 has been a much better year than it's been in last 2 years. Definitely a lot more activity this year than last year when I was here. So yeah, it seems like...
what I think has happened is video, or access is flipped with video. Now, this whole show is full of access control.
It is. It is.
It's like I'm a kid in a candy store at this thing. So.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think because of the fact that now we're seeing people go back to work, access control has become more important than in the past, right? Because people were trying to monitor people in the remote hybrid environment.
Yeah, they're not coming back at this regular time. They're coming back at odd hours. So
correct.
You don't know how to ID all these people coming in and out of your building like you used to be able to.
Correct, exactly. So access control has become a lot more prominent up in front. People are coming back, and companies are trying to figure out how to get their employees back and give them the touchless experience.
Mm-hmm. What are you showcasing here at the show?
So we're showcasing our two flagship solutions, Embrace ID and Create ID. Embrace ID being our technology where it can integrate with existing access control, and it allows them to do touchless biometrics using face and iris. We also have integrated now cards, biometrics on cards, and mobile credentials on a single device for Embrace ID. For Create ID, it's all about how do you create that unique experience of registering people anywhere in the world because of the hybrid situation. They can enroll themselves, upload their image, and now walk up to our device and use our device, and we can still provision them and create the whole touchless experience, and without them being there to register themselves.
Virtual onboarding. Virtual
onboarding, and again, creating that experience of being able to register anywhere in the world.
Neat. How much of a problem is remote security in the current environment, working from home? Like what I just asked you. When you get people coming in and out of the building all the time, how does your solution
So Doug, what we've seen is now there are, because of the hybrid situation, we're seeing that besides physical security, there are cybersecurity breaches as well, right? Because now suddenly your ecosystem has become bigger than where you used to work, which is a physical entity. Now people are working from home. So suddenly now the hackers can breach into your network
home
easily.
Network.
Home network easily, because now you don't have the same I would say
Policies in place?
yeah, security policies in place that you may have at the facility that you're working at. So we have partnered up with EPAM, being one of our cybersecurity company, and what we have done is we have now converged physical security with cybersecurity.
What was the name of that company?
EPAM.
Okay.
They are like one of the largest cybersecurity companies out there.
Okay.
And we have partnered up with them. So now we've created, from a physical security perspective, we have our devices to make sure that the right person is getting into your facility. And from the cybersecurity perspective, we have now created where whoever is logging on, and this is through their virtual desktop, they're logging onto their virtual desktop, we are ensuring the right person is logging onto their virtual desktop. So now we have converged physical and logical security in one single identity management platform.
Awesome. I ask you this question every time I do an interview because we're done doing our 2021 research. We're preparing our 2022 research for our 20th anniversary research project. We've been around for 20 years.
Wow.
Before biometrics were cool. So I ask the question every time I see you is what hot trends, or if you had a crystal ball, by the end of this year, what do you think biometrics, how will we move biometrics forward? And what do you see being, in your crystal ball, what do you see happening in the next 9 months?
No, so I must say, I've been in the industry probably in 20, I don't want to date myself, 20, 25 years in this industry as well. Let me tell you, biometrics has really evolved in the last, I'd say, 2 to 3 years, especially since COVID has, been on the horizon. Now I see more than else because of that. People were concerned about touching, right? Touching surfaces, touching so forth. So now we have moved biometrics from touchless aspect to convenience. Now everything is about personalization. Use of biometrics for Doug, who is entering a building, being able to personalize things around him that he's used to, right?
It's all about me.
It's all about you. It's all about people right now.
Whoever you are.
Whoever you are, right? I think it's going to become more, as biometrics is going to become more of a commodity for convenience and personalization versus security in the past. Security will always be a feature of biometrics, right? Now, instead of carrying something to enter buildings or carrying your mobile device to be able to access something, you don't have to carry anything.
So could you say security is what got us to biometrics, and then it's personalization from there? So it's actually a way to pay for the biometric that you're using.
Absolutely, you got it.
You get to use other ways of using the technology.
Applications, correct.
Is a way of paying for the technology.
Well, not only that, but I think more and more people have gotten used to now. I think COVID has really leapfrogged technologies, right? And I think now people are used to utilizing technologies for their convenience. And biometrics is one of the ways of being able to utilize that technology for convenience, being able to now not carry anything, not remember anything, their passwords, whatever. Now you just have to present yourself,
right,
and things will open up.
And I always say it's going from the Flintstones to the Jetsons. So
Absolutely.
We're going from like Stone Age to, personalization, and however you want it, we got it.
You got it, right?
Onboarding the way you want.
Exactly. So imagine in the future what's going to happen is you enter your house, you don't need your key, you don't need your mobile device, you enter because it recognizes you to enter your door. The minute you walk in, Doug, music gets on the way you want it.
Yeah.
The lights are on the way you want it because everything is personalized to you. You enter your car, everything is set to your liking. So everything is going to be catered to you based upon the fact it recognizes you, your biometrics, and ability to be able to do that.
Yeah. But it all starts with security, and that's why we're here.
Absolutely.
So,
everything starts because, again, convenience is nothing without security. So you don't want somebody else to be able to hack your, your identity management. Because again, the minute you start talking about identity management, it has to be secure by nature. Because you don't want anybody to hack in and steal your identity.
Right.
So again, to your point, it initially started with security. Now it has gone into convenience.
Yeah. Awesome. Always fun to talk to you.
Absolutely, Doug. Thank you so much.
Have a good day and have a great show.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And And so concludes our interview with Bobby Varma, CEO of Princeton Identity. To learn more about the topics discussed in this episode, visit princetonidentity.com. And for more identity and biometrics industry coverage straight from ISC West, stay posted to FindBiometrics.com. I'd like to thank Bobby for joining us on the podcast, and thank you to Doug O'Gorden for conducting the interview. Our podcast theme music is by Logomrad. I have been your host, Peter Counter. Thank you for listening to the ID Talk Podcast.